As the Imperium of Man lurches and stumbles towards the end of the 41st millennium, it finds itself surrounded on all sides by foul Xenos, hell-bent on its absolute destruction. The arrogant Eldar, frenzied and savage orcs, ancient and undying Necrons, ambitious yet misguided Tau, and the ever-hungry swarm of incalculable terror that is the Tyrannid hive mind, to name but a few of mankind's ever-growing list of enemies. Yet even as mankind stands tall against this torrent, it must be vigilant against the hidden mutations and dark heresies from within. For the agents of the dark gods are many, varied, and insidious, and these will always be the greatest threat to this once proud empire. 1,000,000 worlds feel the Emperor's light, yet the only constant in this grim future is war, and the only certainty for the untold billions is death. Will you aid mankind to survive another day, or will you join the Xenos and the heretics to put the galaxy to the sword?
Hi guys, Aceface back with another video, and welcome to this battle report. This is 1850 points of my brand new, never used before Tau with Farsight Enclave's allies against Dark Angels, and the Deathwing have come out to play today. So this is the terrain we're playing on. The narrative behind this is the Dark Angels have been locked in a endless war with the Tyrannids to try and wipe them out of this system as the High Fleet Vora approach slowly but surely. Tyranids have had the upper hand for our last few battle reports, myself and Grant, and the Dark Angels were beginning to lose the battle a little bit, but as all Dark Angels, they were not giving up, they were dug in, and they were doing their best. But it happens, the Tau on their crusades and expeditions, or should I say, happened to roll around this system and started to make inroads into the system themselves. They saw the plight of the Dark Angels, but actually in their own mind saw this as a long-term game for themselves in typical Tau fashion, and they managed to forge a short-term alliance with the Dark Angels to fend back High Fleet Vora. This has worked to a degree. High Fleet Vora are still very much in ascendancy, but this particular system that we're fighting on today has been cleansed from Tyranids today. But what has happened is, in the quiet time now, since the Tyranids have left the system, the Dark Angels have started to have some disputes, let's say, with the Tau. The Tau now have very much gone back to their standard approach and are trying to pretty much colonise the Dark Angels. Belial and co are not having any of that, and have decided that enough is enough, and this Xenos scum need to be sent on their way. So today we will see whether they can do so and clear the Tau off this system that has seen better days after High Fleet Vora High Fleet Vora approach. So this will be the battle. Should be very, very interesting. Always love playing Grant and his Dark Angels, but it's going to be interesting to see whether I can cope with a new army against the challenging threat of the Dark Angels. So I'll come back and we'll have a look at the armies. Right, so first of all to Grant. Welcome, Grant. Thanks for coming down for another battle.
No worries, mate.
Even after complete giving you a whip ass the last couple of times.
Oh, I don't know. No hard times left alive for either game.
So let's see what you can do today. But if you haven't seen it already, Grant has got his own channel. He puts up his own Batreps. So please do jump on the link below. I'll leave you a link there, and give Grant some love. What he's going to do is he will have a post-game analysis in his channel, so it'd be worth seeing what he's got to say about the end of this game. I don't know what's going to happen, but it'll be interesting to see his words. So Grant, do you want to take it away, say a few things and introduce your army?
Yeah, sure thing. Well, obviously, you know, saying a few shout outs to a few people, in particular Brittany, who gave me an idea, but I've had to rescind on it because I didn't realise that he the Ace has way too many riptides for my liking. So I suppose we better get on with the army and show you what I've got.
So what we got?
Alright, okay, we'll start with this squad at the back. We've got 2 Thunderhammers and Storm Shields. There's a Chain Fist and an Assault Cannon dude. Coming forward, you have to proxy a little bit. Straight, so you've got a Plasma Cannon in there, a pair of Lightning Claws. He would actually be proxying for the Sergeant, he's actually an Apothecary, but, you know. Another squad, again, 2 Thunderhammers. He will be the Sergeant, again proxying, because I normally run them in 10-man squads. Another just straight Power Fist dude. Coming over, I've got some Tartarus Terminators here.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah, got a Heavy Flame and they're all packing Chain Fists. Another squad, Assault Cannon, 2 Thunderhammers, Storm Shields and a Chain Fist. I have a Venerable Dreadnought with Multi-Melter, Heavy Flamer, and he's packing extra armour, so he is tanked to the 9s and he's riding in Drop Pod. Good old Death Storm. Please don't let me down this time.
Don't be firm about it.
Mastery level 2 Librarian, other than Terminator armour, no frills, no fancies. He's rolled on Telepathy, got a Hallucination and Dominate and obviously Psychic Shriek and Force. And of course Master Belial, who is running a Thunderhammer and Storm Shield today rather than his normal equipment. Because hey, it was a free upgrade and I think the Storm Shield might actually save his bacon hopefully in this game, so we'll see how he gets on.
And that is 1850 of Dark Angels, but more importantly, Deathwing. Okay, so this is 1850 of my new Tau. Apologies that it's only partly painted. I think it'll look okay on the board, but there's still a lot of work to do here, but you get the idea. So I'll start off with my HQs. So I have in the Tau side of the army, I have got a Buff Commander. So the Buff Commander has got Iridium armour, he's got Command and Control node, he's got multi-spectrum sensor suit, he's got the Neuro Web Jammer, the Onycta Gauntlet, the Pure Tide Neuro Chip, and then he's in his Iridium armour.
The Partridge in a Pear Tree as well.
Yeah, so he's fully kitted out. So that's him. He is running alongside an Ethereal. I've got just a one of the guards, but I quite like the model, so I'm kind of been working on him and kind of just got him half done, so I think he stands in quite nicely as an Ethereal, and he's just bog standard basic Ethereal there. So then when we go into troops, I've got 2 troop choices. So I've got 2 minimum size units of Fire Warriors, both with the pulse rifles. One of the units that's closest here will be in a Devilfish. The Devilfish is just standard stock, but it has disruption pods for that extra cover save. Then moving on to elites, we have over here, we have a unit of your normal battle suits, crisis battle suits. They are burst cannon and the missile pods. Other than that, just kind of stock. Quite a lot of shots, not great AP, so see how they get on today. That's me elite. Then in the second elite slot I have a Ion Riptide. The Riptide has Interceptor and he has Feel No Pain or Stimuli Injectors, whatever it's called, and he has a Twin Link Fusion as his additional weapon. Into the fast attacks, I have 2 fast attacks. So I have the Remora over here, full 12 Remora, giving him a shot out just for a laugh really. 90 points, good little solid flyer.
Why not?
So he's in a fast slot, and also I have this guy. So and my pride and joy is the Wyvara battle suit. He's got stimuli injectors as well. Other than that, he's standard, but really fun unit I think he's going to be. So if I can get the rules right on him, he's going to be a lot of fun. Then in the heavy support, I have Skyray. The Skyray has got SMS Smart Missile, things, and it has disruption pods as well, so just a little bit of defence there. And then going over to the allies, I have Mr. Farsight,
here he is.
my conversion Farsight there. He has got his troops choice of 3 crisis suits. They are the fusion plasma suits. Other than that, just stock. Hopefully they're going to do a lot of heavy lifting, they're going to need to. And then I have in the elite slot, I have the Riptide, and that Riptide is a heavy burst Riptide. And he has, let me just check in my notes, he has the what's it called? He has the what is it called? He has the Earth Cast Pilot Array. Sorry guys, I'm still learning this.
Sounds a bit of a mouthful, don't blame me for that.
A bit of a mouthful, and he also has the Early Warning Override as well, so he has Interceptor as well. He has got the Twin Link Plasma with his heavy burst cannon. And that, hopefully I haven't forgotten anything, is my 1850 points of Tau with Farsight allies. Right, so we are playing Emperor's Will, we are playing the Vanguard Strike deployment, and Grant is going first. I had the choice, I put him into first turn mainly because his entire army can deep strike, so I would have probably nothing to shoot at first turn if I let him, if I went first, and also I've got a fair bit of interceptor, so that's my thinking behind that. Whether it's right or not, I don't know. Quick note on the terrain, you'd have seen of the terrain before, but just a quick shout out to Paul from Inside Out Terrain, this piece here, and the beautiful little cathedral church wrecked with my High Fleet Vora colours. Let's go and have a little look at it, because it really is beautiful. He's matched the colours perfectly. Paul does some wicked commissions at possibly the best prices you're going to get. There'll be a link down below, but please do go and check him out. I'm definitely going to get him to do a lot more for me. So thanks Paul, and that's the shout outs done. So we'll now go into my deployment, because Grant doesn't have anything to deploy.
Death from above.
And we'll see you at the end of Tau, at the end of Dark Angels, turn 1. Right guys, it's a short little recap. This is just after my deployment, so obviously there's no Dark Angels on the board as they are all coming in via Deep Strike, but I've castled in this corner as close as I possibly can to that corner, and I've kept everything sort of soft and squidgy off the board to try to avoid any easy first bloods. It's going to be interesting. We have got night fighting in play, which hopefully will definitely help my vehicles quite substantially, but we will see. There is the potential for a lot of damage coming up now, so we will see you at the end of Dark Angels turn 1. Okay, so the end of Dark Angels turn 1, an eventful turn as I kind of expected. So what dropped in was Bilal and his unit, the, what's it called, Grant? Deathstorm. So Deathstorm drop pod, and the 2 other Death Wings, one with the Librarian in. So they all dropped around here. Not too bad with the scatters. This one probably went back a little bit further than Grant would have liked, but pretty good on the whole. So then the only sort of major error that Grant made, that it's one of those things, is
in the heat of the moment,
is this bad boy also hits everything within 12. So he actually took a lot of pie plates on the head of his own Terminators and lost a couple in the process.
Well, I lost one actually.
You only lost one. Yeah, you only lost one. So no, you lost one from there.
Yeah, it was sergeant. No one cares about them.
So he lost one guy from there, and then one guy from there. In fact, Bilal's unit really took a paste in. They got 3 straight on the head, so they had 15 hits. Wow. So that was pretty horrendous. I did try to intercept and didn't do very well. Didn't take anything on the intercept. So
I
did 1 wound.
Yeah,
one whole point from on the drop pod, but really should have done better than that. In the psychic phase, look, I managed to get rid of Psychic Shriek, which was the one that I was most worried about, so that was good. But I did get the Dominate on this Riptide, which is going to make things a little bit harder, but we'll see how we get on. Then in the shooting phase, lots and lots of shooting, so Belial's unit and the other two units are mainly focused on this guy. He took a couple of wounds, didn't roll very well at all, so he is down to 3 wounds. And then this guy over here, he's taken a wound as well, so he's down to 4 wounds. He did have a go with the crack missiles onto the Skyray. I decided not to jink. I took a whole point there, but I'll take that, to be honest with you. So not too bad. Could have been a lot worse as we go into, I almost say Tyranids because I'm so used to it.
Yeah.
So going in
with a T, it's close enough.
Begin with a T. So anyway, guys, we go into Tau turn 1. Right, so end of Tau turn 1. I'll try and do a recap as best I can. It's confusing as hell using these guys at the moment, but we're getting there. Right, okay, so what's happened? All the Riptides Nova charged and all were successful, so that was good. Decided to go sort of shooting on them all, which was good. So basically the Devilfish sort of tried to hut-tail it around, so he kind of flat out and got over there as far as he could. That's more or less what he did. The Skyray braved it and kind of backed off into the corner, and the other Riptides kind of moved around, predominantly in the idea to try and deal with the unit that was here. So when he went into the shooting phase, we really did some work. So this guy here, the Wyvara, has already made his points back, because with a full rotation shot from his Flamer, he hosed down all of the unit bar Belial. Then he took his ion discharge cannon straight in the face of Belial, who then was instant popped by him. So yeah, this guy took out his first blood and warlords just on his first turn. So yeah, he's pretty good. I'm very pleased with him. So that was him. The other 2 Riptides a bit quieter. So the one that's now cowering over there in the ruins got a really good jump back move. He had a go at trying to take out these guys. I don't think did I take any. I didn't think I took any casualties. You didn't take any on that one,
no,
did you?
They completely
so no problem with him. This guy here, he shot at this unit, took out 1. Did I take out 1?
Oh yeah, it was combined fire.
Yeah, so he took out 1. Obviously he's dominated, so it's a bit harder work, but he did alright, he got through. So he took out 1 from there, and the good thing about that is it was the assault cannon, which is handy. So they're very much taken out quite a lot. The Skyray kind of had a go at these guys. I've marked these guys and then forgot to use the marker, so that's textbook mistakes from a new player, but still did some work on those guys with the smart missile system, doing really well there. Then in the assault moves, we kind of jumped away. This guy really fluffed his assault move, rolled double 1. Oh, yeah. So he's in a whole world of trouble at the moment, but that should be interesting. This guy here, he got a decent, I think he got about 5 or 6, so he jumped back a little bit, gave him a little bit of room. And this one got a massive 11 inches, so he jumped into the ruins. In fact, I'll tell him dangerous terrain test.
Oh, that's the point, yeah.
And he's fine. Okay, so he jumped into there, and as I said, the Devilfish sort of hot-tailed it over there. So, you know, a very successful turn on the whole. Could have been better, but actually I'll take that on the great scheme of things. Now Belial and his unit's gone. That gives me a little bit of breathing space over this side. Okay, Grant, do you roll for your reserves? They're coming automatically. You roll for them?
I do roll for them. They don't come automatically.
Let's roll for all these other guys then.
First, squad with the plasma cannon.
Okie dokie. They're coming in.
Squad with the heavy flamer.
Yeah.
Also coming in.
They're also coming in.
And drop pod with dreadnought. Also coming in.
Right, okay, so everyone's coming in. So the full Dark Angel assault is well and truly in place. We'll see whether the Tau can manage to survive another turn as we go into Dark Angel's turn 2. So, bottom of turn 2 for the Dark Angels. good turn. So everything came down from reserve. So Terminators kind of came in there, the drop pod over there, more Terminators everywhere. So I intercepted, put 2 whole points on the Dreadnought. Should have killed him easily from the rear with that Riptide, but you know, it's one of those things. I'd live to regret it later on. Psychic Phase, my poor old Riptide that was doomed from the start, got dominated yet again, which was just the start of his turn from woe. In the rest of the Psychic Phase, nothing else happened. The dreaded Psychic Shriek didn't come off, which was good, and so nothing else there, which was handy. Shooting Phase, lots of shooting. Didn't do too much damage over this side of the board, which was good. These tried to take out this guy. I took him down 1 wound, which, you know, it's not too bad for a 2+. The big news came over here. So the Dreadnought, even though snap firing, got a 6, then obviously with a multi-bolter it was never going to fail, and it blew the thing up. So it blew up, took out some of the Fire Warriors as well. Obviously they're standing firm because the Ethereal's there, but that was pretty painful. So that was a good little move by the Dreadnought. Got lucky, but he was on a mission. So yeah, no, it's all very interesting stuff at the moment. It's all big sort of cat and mouse. We've seen off a lot of the threat now. The impact is there. Now we can see whether they can weather the storm and whether we can get some dangerous reserves in. So I'm going to roll for some reserves here. I'm going to roll for the Remora.
Oh no!
Does not come in. I'm going to roll for the Fire Warriors. They come in. I'm going to roll for the Burst suits. They are not coming in.
Uh-oh, late to the party.
And I'm going to roll for Farsight's unit. I'm going to roll again. I'm going to keep you in suspense. I'm going to roll again.
No,
they are coming in. So we could see some action here as we go into Tau turn 2. So bottom of Tau turn 2. Tau going strong, really loving them. They're seem to be a lot of fun so far. Quite a lot to remember, but very enjoyable. So what happened? The Riptide over there, even with the Earthcast thingamajig array, failed to overcharge, so he lost a wound. So that wasn't a great start. The other Riptide, he was no problem. He hid in there, so he did his big jump in this turn. Try and get right in there. Then the other Fire Warriors slowly but surely tread onto the battlefield, eyeing up the Terminators that were there. The frustrated, angry Ethereal put the order out to fire extra shots, so the Fire Warriors got ready to onslaught on these Terminators. Obviously the big unit, the command unit of Farsight and the commander dropped down without scattering over this side. So that was the movement. In the shooting phase, the Riptide took out the Dreadnought, flaming and a flickering mess there. He to be fair, he should have gone down last turn, and he did well to take out the Fire Dragon.
Borrowed time.
The Fire Warriors, Fire Dragon. How dare I? Jesus. So he took out them the last turn, and the vengeance was sweet from the Riptide taking out the Dreadnought. The other Riptide, who had jumped just over there with his long jump, he used again his Flamer and Ion Cannon to massive effect and hosed down the unit of Terminators that were making their way into the ruins. So yeah, he has been absolutely insane, this guy. He is amazing. Love this guy. So then the remaining death star unit, I suppose you could call, that dropped down there, made very short work of the librarian. To be fair, to give him credit, he did get through to the plasma rifles before going down. He was close, but he couldn't hang on in. The sheer weight of fire was too much, and he just couldn't get his tanking bodyguard of a storm shield to survive long enough. The over here, the Sky Ray did very effective work lighting up the Terminators there, which then allowed a storm of fire coming from these fire warriors to disperse a few of these Terminators, making their strength much more reduced. In the assault jumps, the Riptide here tries to get closer to the objective. Now the threat is seriously reduced, and unfortunately this Riptide, glutton for punishment after seeing his friend Riptide being ripped apart, only rolled really poorly on his. So he is not a million miles away from those Terminators, and even though Deathwing look like they may be on a loser here, they will not go out without a fight, and we could see another Riptide go down this turn unless I roll very lucky. So it is looking very promising for the Tau, but let's see what the Dark Angels can pull out as we go into Dark Angels turn 3. Okay, so bottom of Dark Angels turn 3. Really good turn for the Dark Angels, but it is kind of damage limitation because it's probably just too much Tau with too much firepower for them to win the game. But bearing that in mind, over here they did some serious work. So the Terminators, they stepped up, they dispatched easily the Fire Warriors after a combination of shooting, charging, killing,
and a big
flamethrower. The Terminators over here, as expected, the Riptide jets couldn't get all further enough away. I needed a bigger jetpack move to be able to get out of their range. They charged him, and even with a good invuln on him, he just couldn't last out to them. So they cut him down, and he is gone. The Ethereal's unit over in the corner did take damage. There is now just the 2 and the Ethereal, as even though it looks like it's a foregone conclusion, the Dark Angels are taking this guy back.
Oh, he's going back to the dark cell.
Yeah,
he probably done poked for a while.
There's going to be no negotiating that's going to save this guy. It looks bleak for him, let's be honest. But I have some reserves to come in with a bit of luck, so let's just do them roll and see whether we can actually get a bit of Remora action. So first of all, let's do the other remaining crisis suits. No, they don't. Remora. No, they don't.
Oh,
so, well, let's hope
this Ethereal's
that,
deep trouble.
Yeah, they've got something to do. So let's see. Anyway, we will go on now into Tau turn 3. Okay, so end of turn 3 for Tau. Just average turn, done alright. So the sort of Death Star, Farsight's little gang took out the drop pod. It only took Farsight on his own, rolled really hot. Helped the Tank Hunter because of the commander, but that blasted got rid of that, which was great. The big Riptide, the Wyvara, has been absolutely superb. He is hosing down a unit of Terminators each turn. He is vicious. He's probably decimated half of the Deathwing this game. He has been by far the star of the show. Yeah, so I think it's time to buy another 2. I'm only joking. Right, but he hosed down the other Terminators that were there. So he did well there and took them out, and he's kind of bounced a little bit closer. The Fire Warriors over here with the Ethereal started to get away as far as they could away from the Terminator, but the Sky Ray network marker lighted the Terminators, took out 2 of them, and left just with 1. Because of that, the cocky Ethereal, who thought his days were numbered, turned round and gave the command to the Fire Warriors not to run any further and to finish off the enemy. But no avail. The one Terminator stands strong. So this last turn, it's no longer a game, it's all over, but this is all about, can the lonely Deathwing Terminator take out the Ethereal and the Fire Warriors? But most importantly, will that Ethereal go down? He's standing at the front now, so lookouts are going to be needed. You might get in assault range. In fact, I think just for the sake of this, we may well film this whole turn, just because why not?
Yeah, so let's do that.
Let's go with it. So let's just see. So, okay.
Movement. Can I grab your tape out? Tap.
Okay. So,
Right.
Terminator moving closer.
Let's get him to about here. Boom.
Okay, he's closer.
Right, so obviously no psychic
No
phase.
psychic.
It hasn't been for quite some time now.
We go into shooting.
Right, first of all, let's give the drop pod a go. It's going to hose the Fire Warriors. And she scores a hit.
One hit.
Yeah, one hit.
Okay.
Wounds on a 3. Does wound.
One wound. Right, okay, so one Fire Warrior save on a 4+. No, one Fire Warrior goes down.
Whoop. There we go.
Okay.
He's dead.
Okay.
Right.
Started well.
Stormbolter shots.
Stormbolter, 2 shots.
One
Hitting,
hit.
one hit, and then wound on 3.
No, nothing.
No, nothing at all. So I have a break test on the Ethereal's leadership of 10 to see whether these guys realise the impending doom of their ways and make tail and decide to run for the hills.
No,
they don't, they stay.
Stupidly going to stand there.
So let's see, what are we looking at? What range here?
Oh,
let's check the measurement.
Probably about 4 inches.
4 inches.
Yeah, pretty much bang.
4
Actually,
inches.
probably less. No, I'd say 4.
4 inches. I'm going to overwatch you first of all.
Yep.
I've got my extra shot because of the Ethereal.
Yep.
Okay. And I get nothing at all. So let's see whether we can make that roll.
Boom.
It makes it in. It doesn't look good. Does not
Chain
look
fist
good.
he's packing as well, so that'd be instant death. So, what's their weapon skill?
Lower than yours by a long way.
So
it's going to be me
then.
first, isn't it?
Oh yeah, no, you are quite right.
So
you are quite right.
Let's see whether
Come on then, Ethereal, do your
the
worst.
Ethereal. So I'm going to pause it a second because I'm going to get to the Ethereal's stat line. Right, okay, so after finding out the stats, we're now going to go with it. So the Ethereal's going to go first. He is actually weapon skill, believe it or not, he's weapon skill 4. So I am going to be wounding, so I'm going to be hitting on 4s. And that is 2 hits. We'll take that. He is strength 3, so I'm going to need 5s. Let's see whether we can get it. I've got 1. I've got 1, here we go.
2 up armour save. Yes!
3, he makes it.
Oh,
So now, the one lonely Fire Warrior, can he be the saviour and become a battle suit in the next game? Here we go, hitting on 5s. No, he doesn't.
He fluffs it proper.
So, the Terminator, the time is nigh.
Is it 4? This is not majority anymore, is it? So, do you want me to split my attacks?
Yeah, well, you're base to base with the guy, aren't you?
So
here you go.
Yeah. So, okay, so 4s.
Okay, it's 2 hits.
Wounding on 2s.
That is by Ethereal.
Boom! Engage teleport Homer, he's coming with us.
He goes. So we are at this point going to call the game.
Yeah, there's no point continuing with one Terminator.
There is no point, but
That is 1 VP, at least I scored something.
you and you will get line breaker as well. We'll just call that. You're probably, well maybe not, but anyway, that's irrelevant at this stage. The big thing was the VP from the Ethereal and the Dark Angels take the body back as a prize to show that they are the superior race, even though the Tau very much own this battlefield.
No, well, he's going to be in a cell with Asmodai, probably for a while.
Yeah. So
actually, maybe not Asmodai, because after reading the books, he's a raging psychopath.
But anyway, so awesome game. Handshake.
Oh yeah, epic handshake.
Epic handshake.
That was a fantastic game.
Thanks very much. As I said before, please do jump over to Grant's channel. He is going to do a little bit of a redux on the battle. There were undoubtedly a few tactical errors, but ultimately I weathered the storm at the beginning, and that made a massive difference. And this guy, wow, star of the show by far.
How many points is he?
Not 250, something like that. But anyway, guys, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.